Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Agents of Chaos Gaming, where order comes to die and chaos reigns. And we are back on board with more Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition. I am, of course, the guy with the controller, Crunch. I've got Scotty and QB both with me. Say hi.
Hello, also. Brother, why did you just stab me? I don't know.
Yeah, speaking of that,
It is a contract. If you would like to sign it, please go to my website and you may sign anything or my email. If you want it, you got to ask for it.
so yeah, Dante's had a hell of a day. He just got stabbed by his own sword, thanks to Virgil.
It's just a flesh wound. Went straight through him, so. Where's that bastard? Oh, my hand's broken.
Actually, no.
No, I just find it funny in fiction when characters do that. I just find something and just. And now you've broken my arm.
Stab through the heart. You are too late, brother. You give up my bad name.
This is how he gets all the emotion out.
This is basically how he tests out his new toys. And by toys, I mean his new power that he's unlocked.
So he's doing an escape from the city run down a building. Rolling around at the speed of ye. Please tell me you can do that in the game.
I wish. You can throw the sword as like a sword master move, but you can't do the whole shooting the sword to increase its velocity. I wish. Also, I love this. He just did all that shit. And, hey look.
Is that crocodile?
No, it's a whale.
It's the thing from Pinocchio.
It's Monstro, oh no.
Yeah.
The great
Mission...
demon's womb.
Yeah, it's about as weird as it sounds. Anyway,
we about to get Binding of Isaac up in this shit.
I'm just reminded of the Kingdom Hearts level where you're inside him.
Oh gosh, fucking monster. Anyway, so last time Dante got stabbed and basically unlocked the power of his inner devil, which now means we have access to his double trigger, and we can upgrade that with these guys, which we are basically about to just blast through all of it, because fuck that. There we go. Yes, I've been busy off camera again. And we're going to go ahead and upgrade Jetstream for Agni and Rudra, which we can do again. And Whirlwind I'll upgrade later. Also, we're taking Trickster in for this one because there is a certain something in here that needs it.
Statue?
No.
An enemy?
No, not an enemy specifically. It's a secret mission, which is actually in that front room.
Lovely.
Oh my god.
So, we are now inside of that giant floating whale monster, which I believe is that it's actually called Leviathan.
This is really random.
Yeah, I think like there was always or at least like when the first 3 games, there was always a level that was like considered a disgusting, gross out level, and I think this one qualifies as this game's level for that. Anyway, in this area you have to break those tusks to open up a thing, but if you come up here, there's a blue orb fragment. And if you come down here, This is the thing I needed Trickster for. Which is Secret Mission 4, Devil's Teeter-Totter. Ride the elevator to the top.
Oh, is this the secret mission you told us about that's a bitch?
This is one of the ones that is a bitch, but this is a very well-known bitch of a mission. So, this elevator shaft might look familiar for anyone that remembers Mission 5. And essentially this is the same gimmick, where you have to take the elevator up to the top. However, as we're riding it, enemies are going to start coming down and landing on it. And if it gets too heavy, it drops. So, one of the ways to actually get past this, if I can do it correctly, and I'm not doing it right, shit. Nope. Yeah, basically, see, that's what it looks like if you fail. The problem is that all of the enemies here are devil triggered. So they take a crap ton of damage. And even with me having my own devil trigger now, which I'm actually going to have to show that off, it still takes a while to get them down because they guard like no tomorrow. So, this is why this one is a pain in the rear, to put it mildly. There is a way to cheese this one, which is what I'm trying to do. I'm just not doing it right, I guess. But basically what you do is you do this with Trickster. Because what the game is doing is it's spawning them in, but then if you get high enough on this, it actually forces them to despawn because you're out of range. I believe this is a leftover limitation from it being on PS2, and as such, they didn't change the code for this one, so you can snap this mission in half if you know how to do that. And you need Trickster specifically because Trickster is the only one that can do the whole running up the wall thing. So yeah, that is how you completely and utterly destroy that mission. Trying to do it legitimately is a pain in the butt, and I think you're meant to do it with a weapon that you get later on that has a ridiculous level of knockback, which will actually throw the enemies off. But I don't have access to that right now, so if you want to do it at this point in the game, when you first come across it, that's your way to do it.
Oh boy.
The fact that I actually got it in, like, I think only one failed attempt is impressive, because it took me a while to actually learn how to do that on my own when I was just trying to do it. Anyway, we come over here, got ourselves a red orb crystal that I completely threw myself off the wrong way for. Whoops. As we've said before, platforming in this game, it's not exactly the most precise of things. And also because we're on the inside of a giant monster, there's pools of acid everywhere.
I just imagine how much easier that mission would have been on fucking the Switch version, where it's just like, oh, I can just change to Trickster whenever I want.
Yeah, having access to all your styles at once definitely comes in handy.
That's making me fall off. I love that about games. Oh yeah, attacking something, I'm just gonna move your character.
Yep.
Oh, you fell in a bottomless pit, that was your fault.
Also, we're just not going to mention what that looks like. Leviathan's intestines.
It's got teeth. Ew.
Pretty sure there was a movie about something like that.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Never seen it, never want to.
I don't, I just think I think it was... I know what you're referring to.
No.
Cross the legs.
Into the anus.
So here we have the heart core, which I love how we just came out of intestines into the heart, I guess.
Sometimes science is more art.
Oh no, the anatomy of this monster gets more and more confusing the farther we go in. Yeah, we got something writhing ferociously on the other side of a membranous wall. I can't get any closer. Can't cut through it. And here we have more intestines, and... Oh, gosh! Anyone remember the boss from Mission 4? Well, it's that thing. Now it's chasing us inside of a bigger whale monster. By the way, you can actually fight it. You don't have to run from it. It's just this is a very tight corridor, so maneuvering is a bit tricky, but you can actually kill it in here if you want. I don't believe this one shares the same weakness that the boss has, where having Cerberus is a better option for it, but you can still do it. I think you got a little bit of red orbs for doing that.
Just sit still.
Yeah, they can just sit and chill there. And more intestines. And here we have a unique variety of hell that only shows up in this room. Or, I should say, within the Leviathan. I don't remember what they're called, but they only show up in here. Also, all the gooey, squishy noises. I remember there was one Let's Player that I watched who played through this game, and they basically said, if you are trying to eat while watching this, don't.
Yeah.
And so we've been wandering around through intestines, and where are we now? Answer is, I think we're in its eyeballs, because when that thing lights up over there, it actually shows off images from the outside. So that's a bit weird. Anyway, I told you this shit gets weird. Anyway, I haven't really shown off much yet. Double Trigger. It boosts our attack power like crazy. It also increases your movement speed. It regenerates health, and I believe it also ups your modifier for how much style points you get while you're killing. Souls of those sent to hell for the sin of jealousy. They are Leviathan's energy source. Except now when we pull this thing, it makes everything go dark. Huh? This is literally a level of nothing makes sense. Anyway, this little side room here with some green orb. Then you come down further this way. I believe it should be like right about here. Yep. There is one of these things. This one's for Cerberus, and this one is a double S rank one. I don't have Cerberus on me, so I will be taking care of that off screen. Which, actually, I forgot to mention that one. I actually did go back and deal with the triple S one for Rebellion. So, the one that had, like, all the red flames. Also, yeah, we're doing this again.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, they do this twice for some reason.
So does this thing just have that boss in it as like a parasite, or?
I think that's what it's supposed to be. Anyway, I'm just gonna let him ride around in there. And now we're back in the stomach area, which is now filling up with these guys. And everything in this monster has gone completely dark, so that's just fun, especially when you remember this area has acid pools. I think we don't have to worry about fighting them, just get past them, but still. Ugh. I wouldn't say this area, or this level is annoying, it's just weird. Anyway, now we're back in the hardcore. So we shut the shiny in it, and boss fight. So the way this boss works is that you have to beat up on one of the 2 organs on the side, and then the center organ will open up and allow you to beat up on it. Now the thing with this is that each of the 2 side organs actually do different things. The one on the right side that I was beating up on will actually sap your Devil Trigger meter, and then the one on the left side will actually absorb all of the red orbs that are in the area. And depending on which one this thing saps away will change how the center one attacks. So, in the case of if it sucks up red orbs, it does that laser attack you saw. And if it does Devil Trigger orbs, I believe it like does some kind of energy pulse attack. I don't really ever let it do that one too often, so... And one other thing I should note with the Devil Trigger is that depending on which weapon you have equipped, his form actually changes. It's kind of a nice touch.
The variety is the spice of life.
Exactly.
I'm just looking at these friends going,
Yeah, this whole level is just very much a massive
Ooh, I stepped in a bug. Oh wait.
And also, as the fight goes on, his attacks get more intense. So, like now, he does a double laser instead of just a single.
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah, my preferred method of attack for this is to go for the right side, because it doesn't suck up any of your Devil Trigger. Then you can use it to attack him. Yeah, one other thing actually that Devil Trigger can do, which I don't use it as a move very often, but it's there if you want to try and use it. It's called the Devil Trigger Explosion. Basically, if you have, I think it's like at least 4 charge on your meter, possibly or more. If you hold down the button to activate it, it starts charging up a explosion attack that will fire off when you actually release the button. I'll show it off in a later episode.
Grew. A foundation that brought out fear. Fear. Yes. Fear. Can't you feel?
Excuse me, mate. Did somebody tell you you've got spaghetti bolognese plastered all over your space?
Those who were confined here.
I want to clean that off. That suit looks expensive.
Evil being unfulfilled.
I just love how like it just looks so goofy in the HD version. Imagine what that looked like on the PS2.
What's wrong?
Also, it's like shifting back there now.
Nothing.
Nothing, my texture is just wiggling. And that's where the mission ends.
Mission clear.
That was a weird episode of whatever.
That's a weird ass mission.
I mean, I didn't know the magic school bus got that creepy.
I love it.
And that's,
Where are we going? We're going into the intestines of this thing called Leviathan.
I mean, and that's weird enough considering they did a whole episode of, hey, let's explore the human body. I know, they've done like multiples of that, I think, because they did, let's do the the digestive system with one kid, and then they did like the blood system with another kid.
I've never watched that show. Is it any good?
It was a weird ass edutainment series.
I just know it exists. I just never. I think I missed it, but I always heard about it. So what?
It was weird as hell. They had an episode where they went into space, and then one kid pulled his helmet off, and his whole head turned to ice. And then somehow they still got him back to normal when they got back to Earth.
I don't think that's how that works.
It's not, but...
Oh?
Anyway, yeah, thank you for joining us on this episode where we trounced around a giant whale's internals. And join us next time when we get out of the whale, presumably. It kind of just like cliffhangers you on that one. Just like, alright, we beat up the hardcore, now what? And cut to Virgil and Arkham doing whatever they're doing.
I can just imagine this whale's flying and all of a sudden it just stops and goes, heart attack!
Why is he called Arkham?
Because he's crazy, I don't know.
I don't know, now I'm just reminded of that thing, that other thing.
Maybe you just really like playing Arknights.
Thank you all for watching and good night.